Hey y'all, so I have this mystery pack. I have a few of them that I had on my Etsy for a while and then I took them off. But I probably put these packs together like a couple years ago, and I would put them on my Etsy then take them off. Like, I just kept doing that. So I don't really know what's in it per se. I do know that they're all similar, but they're not exactly the same. So each pack does have like items in them that are like the same, but not all of it. But anyway, I wanted to open it and see if we could do something together with this one. I'm pretty sure I put these together because I was decluttering at the time, and so I made like mystery packs, but I'm not really sure what I put in them. I do know that these pages here are like from like a vintage magazine or something. So we got some vintage papers. And I have like 3 or 4 more packs of these, so I will put them back on my Etsy, but I did want to share what was in them. So they'll all have a paper doily, they'll all have a paper bag, they'll all have some ribbon of some sorts, stickers, assorted ephemera, it looks like. When I say that they're similar, I'm pretty sure they all have like maybe these, or some of like the paper pads that I buy, they'll have like the same pages in them, and similar cards and stuff, envelopes. I added some napkins, like they'll all have this, a coffee filter, they'll all have these paper doilies here, and some of these papers. So similar, but not exactly the same. I'm pretty sure I wrote them down as like mystery packs, but now that I'm showing you what's in them, it's not really a mystery. But I think it's good to show, to see, so that way you know what you get. But for this one here, with everything that is in this, I want to do something with it to show what you could possibly do with the mystery pack, with this kit sort of thing. Alright, so I'm thinking of making a journal with this. What I'm thinking of doing is something like this, maybe? Alright, so I kind of want to go for something like this. So this will be like the closure, and we'll do something with that. And then these here will be the pages. And I'm not going to try to use any like fancy tools. Somebody said that one time, that I use fancy tools. So I'm not going to try to use any cutters or anything. Alright, so I got these pages. I do want them facing all the same direction. So I got these all assorted, and I'm just gonna line them up. You could totally add like printer paper and stuff, but I don't feel like getting up from my chair. So we're just gonna go with what I have on my desk. Might as well add the doily into it. And then let me see what kind of pages I have here. Oh, I got these. Let's add all these actually into it. So I'm just going to keep it like that. Oh, I do need to fold these. Alright, so now I got these all settled, and then I want to add this one here. I'm just going to add it randomly somewhere. And I'm not going to mind that it's sticking out a bit. I think it gives a character a little bit. Alright, so now for these sheets of paper. So I could put it sideways, which I think I'm going to do. Not for this one, but maybe just for one of them. Then we're just going to add this right in here somewhere. And for these two, I think I'm going to fold it up. Like that. To give it like a natural pocket. And then now we gotta do is fold this here. Like this. And then this one here. Let's actually fold this one inward. Hold on. Okay, I think it's more of like this, but we need to cut this off. Alright, so I am going to glue a little bit. like little pockets in there for book pages. And then lastly is these here. Probably see where I need to fold them. So we're going to do the same as we did the other one, but I'm not going to make like a pocket this time. And actually, I'm just going to rip that side and that side. Alright. I do also have this coffee filter, and I'm gonna actually put it in here as well. I think I'm just gonna put it right here as like a page. Oh, maybe not right there. I'll put it right here. So it'll just be like a smaller page, and then it'll also be like a little pocket, built-in pocket. Like that. Let's see what other stuff I got in here. So we got this doilies. So much to use. I put 3 different napkins. I think I'm gonna do that for like parts of the cover. Oh, we should probably work on the cover first then. Ooh. I got that. I also added postcards. And then a bunch of ephemera. So we have our main signature. Alright, we need to work on the cover now. Alright, so for the cover, busy SB and the B positive. This seems pretty interesting. I'll put that back here. Bruh, it's kind of hard. So for the cover, if I'm going to be using the napkins, I'm going to use this glue first, a glue stick, and then we'll go over with like Mod Podge or something after it's dried. Because if you go with a wet, I mean you can go ahead and do a wet one, but I don't want this wrinkling too bad. So I think we're going to stick with the glue stick for now. And we're going to make like a collage. to bust out. I had to bust out a new pack of glue sticks. So we're actually just going to cover the whole thing with different napkins. Yeah, we'll just go with that. Where's my other napkin? Where'd you go? There. Oh. Ooh. This one's also pretty. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. So I think what we're going to do is this one is going to go on the inside. Okay. So we'll see that there in a minute. And then I'll think of something like that in a minute. But I kind of want the house over here. Let's see where's the front. Let's go ahead and just rip this off. And that's fine. I've been asked before if I plan anything out, and truthfully, I don't. I kind of just go with it most of the time. I'll have like an idea, and I'll be like, ooh, I want to execute this idea, and I want to make it, but as the process of doing it, it's really just trial and error. Luckily, these things are coming apart on their own. Is there like another layer? Yeah, there is. I hope this one didn't have another layer. Alright, so I don't really feel like cutting, so we're tearing. I really just want the house like that there. Okay, I do need to cut this off. Why am I like, I'm just losing everything. Oops. Bro, hold on. Okay. So here's the outside cover, and then once it dries I can fold it a bit more. So we're going to go ahead and also do the inside part with this one. Oh, I'm liking that. Okay. For this one here, I think I'm just gonna slap on another house. Alright, so this is what I got for the cover so far. Here's the inside. And then the outside. And then here is the bottom of that bag. So I was thinking I can close it like this and then do some type of closure like that, right? And then maybe something on the back as well. Maybe that will be the closure. I could tie it over here or tie it right up front. Ooh, maybe we'll do that. And then here's a built-in pocket. That'll be cool. I do need it to dry all the way though. Now that the cover is mainly dry, we're gonna go ahead and sew in the signatures, or signature, right in here. So it'll be like that. But first we gotta make the holes. So I'm only gonna punch 2 holes, and I have a hole puncher, and I think a lot of people do. You can get a hole puncher from the dollar store. This is where I got mine. Or wait, hold on. Let's do it this way. Should I do 3? I think I'll still do 2. Hopefully this works. Oh, it's hard. Okay. Okay. And then I'm going to use one of these ribbons that I have here. Just so it. Oops, I totally forgot something. Here, Nicole's. Hold on. I didn't really think that through. Let it reach. Not really. Put up markings. Now we're just going to do a few pages at a time. Alright, so that was the last bit. Was it? Hold on. Gotta line all these up. Okay, yeah, that was the last bit. Hopefully. Alright. One. Take my ribbon and we're gonna put it through here. Actually, we're gonna tie it on the inside. So I need to put it through the cover first. Alright. So then there's our little pages. And then go like that, right? And then the spine. Ooh, I like it. With some broken pocket here. And then we got the doily kind of tuck. And then We also have the coffee filter. And then we also have the book page. Alright, so for the closure, I kind of want to tie it off. So what I'm thinking about is putting 2 holes, maybe one here and here. And then that way we can like tie it to the front somehow. Hopefully this works because I can't really do anything until I really try it. Now I don't want it right in the middle. I do want the closure to be lower. So I'm thinking about putting it right about there. Anyway, I did that. And then something with the other side. Right about here. Oh shoot, it's like a little slightly lower, but whatever, that's okay. Alright, I'm thinking about using either this or the blue. I think I might just use the blue. Well, I think we're just gonna try using all of it. Alright. Oh, how about we just loop it to the front like that, right? So it loops from the front to the back, and then we can like tie it to the front. Would that work? No, that's not gonna work. I feel like I'm gonna need to do it this way, where it like goes over, and then maybe loop it this way also. Ooh, that would be actually kind of cool. Where it loops around like that instead. And then we'll just tie it off like that. I already made the holes, so it's too late to go back now. But I'm actually kind of liking this a lot. And then there's, look, and then there's a closure. Here's what the back looks like. And then here's the front. Then we can just untie it, and then we can just undo that side for now. Alright, alright. I'm so happy. All from that, like, like junk journaling kit that I put together. Alright, so I still have a few more, and I will be putting the packs back on my Etsy. But yeah, this is what I made with it. I'll also put this as a picture example of something you could possibly do with that pack. And look, I still have so much left over. Still got the postcards to use. Still got all these stickers you could put in it. Also got the doilies to use and the ephemera. I'll probably use some of it in the next video to show you what you could do with that. Also got some more. So there's like a ton of goodies in this thing. Dun, dun, dun.